All right, grade 5s, we're going to just briefly talk about how to play Journeys Don't Stop Believing on the Orff xylophones, which are set up around the room. I hope that you are listening to the guest teacher and not playing when you're not supposed to. You probably shouldn't even have mallets in your hands just yet, but I'm going to walk you through this, and then she also has the slides she can put up on the board for you, so you have the music where you can actually see it. So when you look at your xylophones, you'll notice there's a wide end and there's a narrow end. The wide end is the lowest and goes on your left, and the narrow end is the highest and goes on your right. And another way to make sure is that when you're looking at it, are the letters written the right ways up? Because if they're upside down, your xylophone's backwards. So that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing we need to do is we're just going to take a quick look at actually what we're going to be playing on it. Now this is called an ostinato. You might remember that word from grade 3, grade 4. An ostinato is a repeated pattern in music. Now back in the day we used to do the, that's a pretty common ostinato, or just simple block chords. But our patterns tend to be pretty short. Our pattern now is a little bit longer. So the first pattern for the introduction that we're going to learn is 4 measures long. So when looking at the beginning of our music, you see this time signature here, the 2 numbers. The top number tells us how many beats are in a bar. And a bar is from one line to the next. So there are 4 bars on the top line. I know I'm going pretty fast, sorry guys, but fly by. And we know some of this already, I hope. Now, each of these measures will have 4 counts in it. So you're never going to count higher than 4, which makes me a good musician and a terrible mathematician. I'm not good at counting higher than 4, so this is for me. So let's look at our music. Our first measure, we're playing G and C. Our second, we're playing G and D. Then we're going to A and E, and then A and F. So one of the things you want to do when you're reading music and learning music is to look for patterns. It's going to save you so much work. So if we look at the first measure and the second measure, we can see that the G doesn't change. So what our right hand is going to be doing on the G, isn't going to change. What's going to change is our left hand, going from C for 4 times, and then D for 4 times. So let's try that first. We're going to do this in partners. I hope you're set up that way. One person will go, and then the next person can have a try. So we want to do what's called marking, which is where we put our stick down on the note we're going to play so we know where it is without making a sound. So I'm going to put it on the G, and I'm going to find my other one, which is a C. So I'm going to play 4 C's and G's together, and then my hand, my C hand, is going to move up 1 to the D, and I'm going to play 4 G's and D's together. So we'll start 1, 2, nice and slow, G, G, C, G, C, G, C, G, D. That's the first 2 measures. So what I want you guys to do now is pause the video, and I want you each to practice going the G and C pattern, 2, 3, and 4, the moving up. And when you've got that, come back and we'll go on to the next part.